Hey guys, today we're going to talk about one of my favorite topics, okay? We are going to talk about love, and we're going to talk about love in a very special way. You know, I watch a lot of stuff. I read a lot of different things. I watch a lot of stuff online, and I'm into a lot of like Eastern spirituality and stuff like that. So, one of the things I've seen a lot of work on and that I really like is ways that you can make your romantic relationships more sacred. And this is something I just adore because I feel like a lot of relationships nowadays are just on the surface. Like a relationship can be with your body. That's two people that just have sex with each other, just hang out with each other, that kind of thing. And it seems to me like a lot of relationships are that surface level, just our bodies. But our relationships can be mind, body, soul, emotion. We can be connected with each other on many different levels. And we just have a tendency to stick to that one level because the other one seems scary or too deep or too intense. So, today I'm going to tell you what the ancients say about how to make your love life sacred. So, not just, friends with benefits, not just even a relationship, but it's just on that physical, maybe even emotional level. But this is taking it a level further. So, this is for those of you who have a real serious relationship that you want to deepen. Okay? The first thing I'm going to tell you about making your love life more sacred is that you only want to do this love making, kind of thing. So I'm going to give you 10 different things. You only want to do this with someone that you were in a serious, committed relationship with. If you try to do these things with somebody who you're just casual with, or somebody who's just a friend with benefits, or somebody that you get together with sometimes, a lot of times what happens is that you become too connected to a person you're not intending or going to be with, So all this emotional, spiritual, mental, emotional, knot gets tied up with somebody that you're not going to stay with. And then it's hard if you have to break up or when you do ultimately leave each other for another person or move on with your life. One or both of you is really devastated. So please don't do this with anyone that you're not committed to. This is for a girlfriend, a husband, somebody that you're really serious about, was what I mean. Not just a, casual kind of thing. Number two. So now you have this person that you're serious about, and you're like, okay, so we're married, we have sex, we have kids, we have a home, but I want to deepen our relationship. I want to deepen our bond, okay? So one of the things that you could do with this person is start to make love slowly. So many of us get in the bed and it's like, it's like a chore. It's like doing a laundry, you get in and you just start, bam, it's over, Instead of doing that, make love slowly, okay? And what I mean by that is don't hurry through the process. Don't just jump in bed, don't just get off and go to sleep, really take your time, because the things I'm going to say, you got to kind of take your time doing these things. So remember that aspect. Do your love making very slowly and purposefully, okay? Look into your beloved's eyes and be present with them. The next one, don't skip foreplay. A lot of people skip foreplay when they start having sex after a while. Like if they've been having sex for years and years and years, they stop after a while. They just get it in and go to sleep. Or get it in and move to the next thing. A lot of couples get into this rut after a while. So if you want to take your love life to the next level, don't skip foreplay. Take your time with foreplay. Foreplay can last all day. You could start flirting and playing and kissing on this person at 8 o'clock in the morning and not actually have sex until that evening before bed. But that foreplay, that flirting, that build up with your partner, that kissing in the hallway as you pass each other going to the bathroom, that kind of thing is the kind of thing that makes your lovemaking more passionate. So don't skip foreplay, especially right before you actually get into the sex act. The kissing, the touching, the nibbling, all of that is really important to get your engine going, you know? And it also bonds you. Remember, I said you bond on different levels. This is another level that you bond on from this foreplay. So try to stay away from skipping it to just getting to the sex, okay? Do cuddle often. Cuddle without sex often. Or cuddle that leads to sex. But cuddle and watch television. A lot of couples tell me that they be hot. They're like, we be too hot. It's hot. And I'm like, you should cuddle at least sometime. You might not lay in the bed or lay on the couch and cuddle all the time, which I do. I do it all the time. But you don't have to do it all the time. Just sometimes. Just show that person non-sexual affection through hugging sometimes. It lets them know that your interest in them and your connection to them is deeper than just in the bed, you know? So spend time cuddling sometimes. It's really good. Holding hands while you're walking down the street, that can be a form of cuddling, you know? Or just sitting on a couch holding hands can be a very basic, you know, form. Get as creative and open with it as you want to. Do meditations and prayers together. This is the spiritual body. Remember I said mind, body, spirit, you know, emotion. This is the spirit part. So you're doing prayers together. You're doing meditations together, you know. This bonds you on a spiritual level. You come together and you pray for each other. You know, you come together and you do a meditation. YouTube has a couple of couples meditations, but you also can find CDs for them on Amazon. You can pop that baby in your radio, and the two of you can sit on the floor and do a meditation together. And they're guided, so all you gotta do is hold hands and just listen as they guide you through the meditation. If any of the things that I'm saying to you sound strange or make you uncomfortable, 9 times out of 10, you're not allowing yourself to have enough intimacy in your romantic relationship, especially if it's a committed relationship. Now, if you're not committed, you don't have to do any of this. You know, just have sex, maybe do foreplay, whatever y'all decide to do. But if you are committed and trying to get deeper and more sacred, and this makes you uncomfortable, you have to really look at your relationship with intimacy. Okay? So you're doing meditations and you're praying together. That's something that can be very helpful. And if you do it a lot, not just once in a blue moon, is the most helpful. Be consistent with it. Pray together every night before bed. Do a meditation once or twice a week on the weekends. Really make time to cultivate that spiritual bond in your relationship. Next one, learn tantric exercises. Tantra is all about the balancing of energy, and is very helpful in sexuality, and is very helpful in couples. Learn about it. Learn about it together. Read books about it together. They have tantric massage books, and they have videos on YouTube about how to do tantric massages and things like that. Learn about it. This is another spiritual way of coming together, because these exercises are not just about foreplay. They're about really touching each other, really, you know, touching each other and really getting into each other, you know. So look at tantric exercises, look at the videos, go to tantric workshops. They have them all the time. Read about it online first and learn more about it. You know, this is something that's really positive that you can do by yourself and you can do as a couple. As a couple who's doing these together, it will really take your spiritual connection to the next level. That's why I told you not to do these things with anybody. These are really deep practices that will bond you on a sacred level. Talk to your beloved during sex. When you're having sex, talk to your beloved. Not about the weather or I think I hear the door. Talk to them. Tell them how beautiful their eyes are. Tell him how he makes you feel. Tell him how strong and protected his arms feel. Whatever you're really thinking and feeling in that moment. Tell her how beautiful her face is, or how lovely her hair is, or how good she smells. Talk to your beloved like they are your beloved. You see? Compliment them. Tell them how they make you feel, you know? Don't be afraid to share those things with each other. I hate having sex with somebody and they're quiet. I never like that at all. So in this case, it's more about the bonding aspect of it. So talk to your beloved during sex, after sex, during foreplay. Really talk to them in that kind of way. Don't speak harshly to your lover ever. This is not an easy one because, as you know, we're all human. So your lover is going to make you angry sometimes. But from this moment on, just pledge that you're not going to speak harshly to your lover. Period. And there's going to be times when they're going to piss you off. And those are the times when you need to tell them, I can't be loving right now. I want to choke you. So I'm going to go for a walk. I'm going to go to the park. I'm going to go have a drink. I'm going to go breathe. I'm going to go exercise. I'm going to go do something, get myself together, and come back to you when I can talk to you from a place of love and logic. Okay? Don't talk harshly to your lover. Don't cuss him out and be like, look, don't tell him off, and I'm not saying front and don't talk about your real feelings. I'm saying tell the other person your real feelings from a place of love, from a place of logic, from a place of understanding. When you're emotional and you're angry and you're frustrated, that's the worst time to try to talk to the person that is your lover. If you can stop talking to your lover harshly, then you'll see a change in your vibration towards each other. Send each other poetry. I'm a poet, and a lot of the people I've dated were poets. My favorite two were poets, as a matter of fact, and some other ones too. Send each other poetry. Even if you don't write, the best poems are just like the best spells, are just like the best prayers. The ones that you write yourself are always the best ones. They have the most energy, the most emotion. So if you can write poetry, poetry is the language of love. So send poetry to your beloved. Send it to each other, And if you can't write poetry, it doesn't have to be long poetry. It can just be a few lines. But if you can't write, if that's just impossible, then get poetry from online. There's lots of people who put out beautiful pieces. Smack some quotation marks at the beginning and the end and send it to your beloved. Like I said, poetry is the language of love. So the more, especially if you know that they're into it, the more that you send them these kind of things and they send them back to you, it's building the emotional energy and the mental energy that I was talking about before. So here we are, mind, body, spirit, emotion. We've hit every last one. And now you're bonded in a way that is different than you would have normally been bonded if you were just having sex. And the last one says, spend non-sexual time alone. You should spend time alone that's sexual and non-sexual. So sometimes you guys should go to the park and walk and hold hands. Sometimes you should go to an art gallery and walk around and look at the paintings. Sometimes you should go to a football game or whatever you're into, but non-sexual things together as well as sexual things. If you go together to see a stripper, for example, that's a great thing to do. I've seen lots of couples do that together, but that shouldn't be the only kind of things you do together. If you're just doing sexual things together, then your relationship is lacking in the other areas. So do things with your beloved that are not sexual as well as things that are sexual. So, like, for example, let's say you have a date night once a week. So if you're going on date night, go to a concert, go to a movie, go to painting with a twist. That's when you get to paint and drink at the same time. Things like that. Look on Groupon. Groupon has so many amazing things. Go to dance presentations, go to drum presentations, go to things from different cultures, go out together. Or if you don't have money for stuff like that, go for a walk together. Go sit on the swings, and make memories and take pictures for your YouTube, for your Instagram or whatever the case is. But do things together that are non-sexual as well. A lot of couples I notice don't ever do anything together that's not about sex. They do sex together, they might eat dinner together, and they watch TV together. And it's like, that's it. And I'm like, oh my God, the way to bond with somebody is to do things together. Take a writing class together. When you're doing things that stimulate your mind, your emotions together, it's very bonding for the relationship. So there you have it. I gave you 10 things that if you do them all in different intervals, maybe simultaneously, skip one here and there, 10 things that can give you a much more satisfying and sacred romantic relationship. Okay? So for those of you out there that are in love, try some of these things and let me know how you like them. They're all ones that every last one of them came from something I've seen or read about or, looked at, and they're supposed to be very helpful in this way. Okay? All right, guys, it's time for me to get going. So if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you would like to have a reading done, please email me and I will give you an appointment. All my other information is underneath this video. Thank you for watching this video, and please come back soon because I got a lot more to say. See you later.